Faith and trust in self. We are very eager to see what you all do with this month's energies that are already upon you. These energies are doubly powerful because of the energies of transformation that are also upon you throughout this month. You are becoming creator beings as you transform into your source energy selves while in physical bodies. This will increase your powers of manifestation greatly, and the energies coming through are there to increase your powers of manifestation and creation. Therefore, now is the time to be focused on what it is you want for yourselves, for your loved ones, and for all of humankind. It is a time to have faith in yourselves and to trust in your ability to be living in that reality that you have seen in your mind's eye, but have yet to experience. Now is a good time to welcome these energies in, by sitting, opening up, and receiving them consciously. And as you do, you will feel yourself transform into the powerful beings you were always meant to become in this lifetime. This is the lifetime of Ascension. The energies are coming not just from Sirius, but also from the rest of the galaxy, as we are all wanting very much to see humanity thrive. We want you to know how powerful you are. And when you are feeling power within yourselves, you also understand that everyone else around you are just as powerful. There does not need to be a power struggle. There then becomes no need for a power grab or to play power games. Everyone gets to manifest equally, and that has never been more true than it is right now. Therefore, whenever you receive this message, make sure you sit, uncross your legs and arms, place your hands in an open position so your palms are facing up. Breathe more deeply, relax, and focus on receiving. Focus on receiving all energies that are coming to transform you and to show you who you really are. Now is the time to not just know it as a concept. Rather, now is the time to experience it in your bodies, in your lives, in your consciousness. You are so ready to transform, and everything that comes along now can be seen as another tool being given to you, so that you can transform with greater ease and more quickly than you have ever anticipated previously. Allow these energies to wash over you and remind you of the powerful beings that you are. The greatest power in the universe is now and always will be love. So just like everything else, this is ultimately about love and about knowing yourself as loving beings, as love in action. It is the highest frequency you can create with, and it is all there. Therefore, it is all you will ever get, and this is truly wonderful. We are so very aware of the changes that are occurring there on Earth, that have yet to show up in your physical reality and in your physical experience of reality. We know that the changes that have occurred within each and every one of you do not have an immediate reflection in the mirror that is the universe outside of you. And we know that this can cause a person to doubt whether the changes that they have experienced are in fact real. We want you to be able to trust your feelings and your internal experience of reality above all else. Therefore, there will be times when it is better to not look outside of yourselves for the evidence that you seek. We are talking about evidence of the fact that you have made a shift within yourself. Now is one of those times when it serves you so much more to just focus inwardly on what you feel and how you can feel with the changes you have already made. We are talking about shifting your vibration, shifting from being more mind-orientated to being more heart-centered, and from being all about your ego to being one with your higher self. These types of shifts that happen internally cause you to experience a different external reality. However, you still live at a time where it takes time for that reflection to show up, and therefore you must be patient. You must be patient with so much there on Earth. You must be patient with yourselves, with each other, with the shift in consciousness. You especially need to be patient when it comes to manifestation. All impatience does is say to the universe that you do not believe that it is coming, and if you do not believe something is coming, then it is less likely to come. Well then, what can you do with this world of yours that does not change fast enough to keep up with you? And how can you live your lives without all the manifestations that you have coming to you, but are taking longer than you would like? You work with what is right in front of you. You do what you can in the moment and you get creative. You make the most out of the hand you are currently dealt with. And you recognize that everything you want to see out there in the real world is already inside of you anyway. So why wait? Why wait for something to show up in your experience so that you can feel joy? When joy is a button that you push inside of yourself, inside of your very own chakra system. Why wait for there to be peace in all the places on planet Earth before you decide that you want to be peace? You want to feel peace and exude peace because peace feels good. You cannot just look outside of you after meditating on peace for 10 days straight and expect to see the entire world is now at peace. You keep the peace within you because you have determined that it is what you want to feel and how you want to feel. And then you be patient. You see, if you do everything only because you expect what you are doing to have an impact on the world outside of you, then you are not doing what you are doing for the joy of it. If you are not following your joy, then you are living in a conditional way that does not serve you. Therefore, you need to know and trust that you are having the impact you want to have, and you need to be patient. And while you are being patient, go and live your lives. Have fun. Explore all aspects of life that are available to you right now, and you will not be disappointed. You will be an ambassador of Source, which is what you are truly there to be. We are very eager to see what you create now that you have even more energy to work with there on planet Earth. We know that you are energy and that you are always surrounded by energies. Most of you are creating without realizing that you are creating. And many of you who are awake continue to create consciously, even though you have not seen any evidence to suggest that your creations have manifested into the physical reality. That is true. Have faith and trust, which is what you need when working with energy. When you are working with metal, wood, or cement, you can see the results of your creativity right in the moment that you craft something out of those raw materials. However, when you are working with energies, you have to trust and you must believe that energy will take form that is tangible at some point. Unless, of course, you just do it for the fun of it. Now, when you are creating for the fun of it, that is when you are at your best. That is when you are at your most aligned. When you are creating because you have a deadline, or because you think you have to, or because you need to make money somehow, that is when you are less aligned with all the creativity that is typically available to someone who is operating from the flow. These energies are meant to put you in the flow, to help you recognize that you can have fun creating with energy, even if you do not get the tangible results that you desire right away. Now is not the time to lose faith in who you really are and what you are really capable of. Now is the time to go deeper into your faith and get to that point where you just expect everything to come to you in the perfect timing. It is also the time for you to be listening more to those intuitive senses that tell you that now is the right time to be focused on this or that or something else. In other words, let yourselves get inspired from within to work with the energies that are now upon you. Get creative and then expect to experience your creations, because you will at some point experience them. However, you do not have to wait. You now get to experience more quickly what you put out energetically into the universe, because the energies are moving faster. You are all moving faster, and that includes the time it takes for you to manifest something that you have created. However, you still have to trust that it will come to fruition in order to take those first steps. And those first steps are so important, because with those first steps you gain momentum. And with momentum, you tend to stick to it and see it through. And then anything and everything that you desire can find its way to you. We are always very pleased to give you the best of who we are and what we are with each and every energetic message. We know that as we do, we set an example to all of you of how to be in the world, in the universe you are creating. You do want to put your best foot forward. Your best foot forward is really your vibration. It is the energy that you put out into the universe, and has nothing to do with you being perfect as a physical human being. If you love someone and you hold space for them to be more of who they really are, then it does not matter how disheveled you look as you do those things. You are there to become your best version of yourself as a being of unconditional love. Not as a human who can produce a work of art, a book, or create a healing centre. All of those things are wonderful, and you definitely need to listen to your intuition when you are being called to create anything for your fellow humans to enjoy with you. However, the offering of yourself to this universe is enough of an offering. We see so many people scrunching up their foreheads, attempting to figure out what it is that they need to offer humanity that is tangible and recognizable by others as a contribution. Just radiate love, and know that you are having the impact that you want to have, while simultaneously opening yourself up to more inspiration. Something that represents that love you are radiating will also come through you and be produced by you. However, if you start by trying to figure it out, what the end product will be, then you are stuck in your head, where you are very limited in your capacity to come up with exactly what you will offer to your fellow humans. Let go of that need to figure out what your offering will be. Instead, continue to open up in your heart space, because that is where you access your multi-density self. That is where your higher consciousness exists. That is what you want to run all your energy through. Being the highest version of yourself means coming from your heart. And instead, use your mind to remind you of that. You can always use your mind to focus on your heart, or on a tree, a flower, or a cloud. You can use your mind to focus on anything at all that will put you in that higher vibrational state, so that you can receive the inspiration. And then once you do start to create your offering to humanity, you must remain disciplined and stay in that heart space, so that you are not using your mind to criticize what you are doing, to second guess, or to analyze it, as if it could be broken down and its value determined. Be yourselves, come from your hearts and meet us in that reality where we are doing the same and we can co-create with you. We are not the only ones who will do that. There are many beings who want to collaborate with you, who want to love you and hug you and tell you how wonderful you are. And they are all capable of doing all that, because they have decided to be the highest version of themselves, to come from their hearts and to love, because love is who and what they are. That is what you want to use your powerful minds to focus upon, and as you let go of trying to figure out what you should be doing, you will feel the immediate relief, and you will feel yourself being heart-centered in the very next moment. We also want to point out that it is still okay if you do not do anything. But you are becoming more of who you really are in every moment of every day. And so you may as well do that consciously and deliberately, and you may as well start right now. We are very impressed with humanity's ability to weather so many storms there on Earth, and are also impressed by your ability to anchor in so much energy all at once. At this time, many of you are finding a way to anchor in this month's energies, along with all the other energies, and you are also opening yourselves up to the energies of transformation. This can cause a feeling of overwhelm in the system and in the body of the being who is grounding in so much energy all at once. You are impressive indeed, because you understand that all these energies simultaneously can cause an overload, and yet you continue to open up to them anyway. You have been masterful creators there on Earth for quite some time, and many of you have learned how to utilize the energies coming into you to help you create new realities and new experiences for yourselves. Now is one of those times where you can be very creative and very bold in what it is you seek to create. However, you must also recognize that the convergence of all these energies can be a bit taxing on you physically, mentally, and emotionally. After all, these extra energies means it is extra challenging to hold it all together at this time on your planet. Therefore, hydration, meditation, grounding, resting, relaxing and sleeping have even more significance than usual in your daily routine. You need all the tools that you have at your disposal in order to fully actualize the energies into that which you desire to experience. And you need to take care of yourselves simultaneously, as you are still physical beings after all. Now the transformation of your bodies continues and is certainly expedited with this month's energies. Therefore you are more capable than ever before of handling so much all at once. However, you must still be aware of the possibility for an overload to your system, to your physical body, and to your mental and emotional bodies as well. Alignment of all your bodies is very important, and a good intention for you to set as you move through your day. Grounding is something you can do while in your home, but also when you get outside and you can connect with a tree or Mother Earth. You can all make a more concerted effort to be more hydrated and have water around you at all times. And finally, now is not the time to be burning the candle at both ends. You need your sleep, your downtime, and your me time. And if you can get a massage or bathe in a tub of water, there is no better time than now to engage in these activities of self-care. Self-love is always important, and taking care of yourself out of situations where you feel like you are being abused emotionally or mentally is a very good idea right now as well. You must take care of yourselves and your vehicles to handle all that is upon you right now, and you must recognize the significance of this moment in human history, because there is no other moment like right now, and you have never had as many souls on earth as you do in this very moment. It is time to bring about the great changes that you have all desired, and by acknowledging that it is a very powerful time to be connecting and co-creating, you make those changes occur. Get focusing. Expect to have the impact on your lives and on your world that you have always wanted to have. Te wana, tawa, te awa.